everyone doing? I hope you guys had a great night. Um, let's see what we have here. So, let's play some music. I hope you guys can hear me perfectly well. Just give me a second here, guys. Alright, let's see what we have here. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, END family. Alright, so looking at EJ, we're only going to be focusing on three pairs today. Maybe we can take one or two trades today. So buys above 139, 400, and we could also sell below 138.800. So let's do this real quick. All right. Good morning, Popav. Good morning, Gerardo. So let's take a look at GJ. What's GJ doing here? Okay. GJ's looking nice. So actually, if this candle on GJ flips bullish, I'm actually gonna take GJ buys. All right. GU and GJ is looking nice right now. Let's see what we have. Good morning, Tulia. Good morning, AJ. You was thinking sales on GJ? I mean, we just broke above the most recent high. Uh, Good morning, hello, teacher. I'm not buying right now, but if this candle flips, I'm definitely gonna buy. Until then, I must stay patient. I believe sales below this low here should be valid on GJ. Back to this support. Because we just retested this resistance here to the right. So if we break below this zone here, we should come down back to this support. Let's see something here on the 4-hour. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep. All right. That's what we got. Let's see something real quick though. All right. Actually, I'm just gonna use a regular line here. If EU goes up, then take a goodbye. All right. Oh, did you guys remember the GJ sales that we took right before I ended the stream yesterday? It ended up being a good sale. Closed out at 50 pips, and we took EJ sales yesterday as well. That was with the VIP. Closed out 75 pips on that EJ sales yesterday. So London session yesterday ended up being a good session, even with the CJ loss. Yes, Rosberg. That was on Euro JPY. GBP JPY was just 50 pips. All right. Do I expect bull or bear tonight? I'm expecting bull actually. That's what I'm expecting. You know, I could be wrong, but that's what I'm expecting. Uh, Good morning, Uguchuku. Bull market on which pair? I mean, we're rejecting right now. Gigi is rejecting a support on resistance here, so he just rejected it. So we might actually fall just looking at this on the 4 hour, but we need to break this support, turn resistance, and then turn support here again. Once we break below that, then we can look for sales. But until that happens, I'm still bullish. Until that happens, I'm still bullish. So we'll see what happens. That's all I'm gonna say. We'll see what happens. I don't trade AU. Good morning, Tato. Uh, send me a message. Send me a message on Instagram, Obani Honorable. Send me a message on Instagram, or you can private message me on Discord as well. Both links are in the description. Good morning, A1 Media Group. All right, no worries. Um, I mean, we'll be trading either EJ, GJ, or maybe GU. So one or two trades. We will see. But like I said earlier, I'm currently bullish. But we're rejecting a key zone here, just looking at the 4 hour. So if we break above this, yeah, we should definitely be going up here on EJ. So we shall see. Good morning, Mr. Grind Time. Good morning, Tony Gold. Come on, guys, smash that like button. 80 people, 90 people in here. We only got 19 likes. How many of you took that GJ sales yesterday that I called before I ended the stream? How many of you took it? One 165 is heavy resistance on GJ. Yeah. If EJ breaks below this zone here to the right, I'll be taking a sell.
You see the drippy, I fit it up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. You see the drippy, I fit it up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off.
Good morning, Yvonne. Oh, you took CJSL yesterday? Okay, Yvonne took the GJ.
Like spinning a 644. Cash money like 504. Ball like AD24. No sleep, need more.
Oh, how I took the EJ cells yesterday. It's actually on Discord. If you're on Discord, you'll see it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? My entry was right there. Final TP was right here. My stops was 20 pips, and that was it. That was when I took it. My entry was somewhere over here, and it came down. I took it right after I ended the stream. But obviously I took GJ first before EJ. Is it lagging for anyone else?
Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you.
Yeah, I'm about to see if I'm actually dropping frames here. No, not at the moment. I'm not dropping frames, not at the moment. And then if it lags, you might have to refresh your YouTube, and then it should be back to normal.
Never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then advantage. I can't stand it. Out of order, way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness.
Okay, alright, I just seen it. I dropped frames right now.
God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't see you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you.
It's good now? Okay.
I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, I won't stop.
Alright, we'll see what happens here. No, Yvonne, I won't be trading FOMC. Good morning, Victor.
I keep God first. I see evil, I evil when I converse. This how God works. Play my position what is given with no concerns. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off. You living boring, I'm gonna set it off. Shooting, I'm scoring, I'm gonna set it off. Like soldiers torn, I'm gonna set it off. Son of God, no, I am not son of man. Blessings keep falling, the fingers keep coming in. I got you, but just know I'm texting like Uncle Sam. Left to the bank, you know that I'm coming in. We don't do it for the bands though, we don't do it for the clout. Legacy on the line, so I'm moving in and out.
Alright, Tado.
Turn top dog, greedy ones get knocked off. I keep looking at the bench like I could never not ball. Coach keep me in the game, Curry deadly with the range. I keep looking in the mirror like, who is he? I'm insane. Who am I? He insane. Guess I am the one to blame. What's done is done, won't change. Time to live up to my name. Real will be real, fake gon' fall. Took time with this here, I'm made for a while. No sleep in the wild, no sleep in the wild, want it all. I keep God first. I see evil, I evil when I converse. This how God works.
We just gotta be patient now, guys.
Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off. You living boring, I'm gonna set it off. Shooting, I'm scoring, I'm gonna set it off. Like soldiers torn, I'm gonna set it off. Told me, baby, meet me at the bank. Told me, mama, I'ma break the trend. Locked in, I'ma change the weight. Working for them big baby's kids. Hard times couldn't make the rent. Working hard couldn't save a cent. Lonely nights, just me and God. Swear to him, always made the ends. Grab a paper, see the news. Hate coming by the tools. Walk a mile in my shoes. Something you can never do. Got my back against the wall. Bet I always pull through. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Sending shots, I block 'em. Superman with the moves. Rock 'em, sock 'em, drop pop 'em. Play to win, never lose. Run it up, I topple. Play for belly too. I hip hop or pop 'em. Anything I could do.
I don't trade gold.
Took time with this here, I made for a while. No sleep in the wild, won't fall. No sleep in the wild, won't it all. I keep God first.
You guys should know by now that I don't trade gold.
This how God works. Play my position what is given with no concerns. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off. You living boring, I'm gonna set it off. Shooting, I'm scoring, I'm gonna set it off. Like soldiers torn, I'm gonna set it off.
just we just gotta be patient here, guys. I said like this stream so we can have it tomorrow. Good morning. We got like an hour for London Open.
Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They say same name, but you got a big that bag, yeah. I got a
If it's blurry for you, you just have to change your settings on YouTube to 1080p
racks in my sack, curve my back, yeah. Frozen.
because I'm streaming on 1080p.
Me rolling, I'm the chosen. Snow is falling, Elfie's calling. Check my list twice, most of y'all done. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing.
You've not missed anything.
Diamonds blinging, carols singing. Favorite season. They say same name, but you got a bit in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, curve my back, yeah. They say same name, but you got a bit in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, curve my back, yeah. Yasha, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen. Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. No, I can't forget about the one with the red nose. When I fly high, my sleigh still stay 10 toes. Bring the beat, bring the cheese, put the lights up. 'Tis the season. Need no French toast, no Ebenezer. Don't believe this. Y'all need Jesus. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing. Favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing. Favorite season. in that bag, yeah. I got racks, racks in my sack, or in my bag, yeah. They said same Nick, but you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks, racks in my sack, or in my bag, yeah. They said same Nick, but you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks, racks in my sack, or in my bag, yeah. They said same Nick, but you got up in that bag. I got racks, racks in my sack, or in my bag. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Jackson, you can send your chat to Discord, and I'll take a look at it and tell you what I think. I won't even be think I won't even be trying to trade USD JPY right now because it has nothing to do with London session. UJ is actually New York and Asian session. You get more volume during those two sessions. That's just my own opinion. Some evil news, yeah, it's just it's a yellow folder. It's not really gonna affect the market. Thank you for subscribing. If EJ if EJ breaks above 139 100, it should actually get back to this resistance, at least back to this resistance here for about 60 to 70 pips, depending on where your entry is going to be. But also we got this support here to the left, so we might run into some issues here, but we should eventually break above it. Plus, if we have enough volume, EJ could just boom, just break above it and just continue going. But if we do, my final target is going to be back to this resistance here. And obviously, I'll take some partials along the way. And for sales, we should just come back down to this support. So maybe about 50 to 60 pip range, depending on your entry. Do I trade market gaps? Um, I do that when I trade NAS 100 on the 5 minute. So yes, that's what that's EJ. It's an example. Look at all this right here. If EJ breaks, it has to fill all this to the left. But along the way, you also have this support zone here. Hold on. So along the way, looking at EJ, like you also have this support zone here. You cannot ignore this support. And then you also have all these minor zones here to the left, which are these are like the 15-minute, 5-minute support zone, which is right here. This and this. It's like the 15-minute support. So even though we have all this that EJ has to fill up, does that mean it's gonna just go all the way up to this back to this resistance? No, because you also have all this support and this minor zone here. So these zones here, those are potential TP zones, even if EJ is going to go all the way up here, because you really can't say, oh, you know what, EJ is going to absolutely go back to this resistance for sure. But what about all these support zones to the left? You can't ignore them. So those are going to be potential take profit targets. I hope that's clear enough, if that makes sense. I only trade price action. What time period am I don't understand.
Next to you, only wake up if I'm next to you. You extra too. I said sorry, some extra too. X and O's, trying to stay on my P's and Q's. Me and my boo, when I get lost, you won't see me through. Pedestal, I put you on the pedestal. Edible, I need you like my vegetables. My pocket's fatter, my pocket's fatter. It don't really matter, it don't really matter. My pocket's fatter, my pocket's fatter. It don't really matter, it don't really matter. My pocket's fatter, my pocket's fatter. It don't really matter,
Um,
it don't really matter.
30-minute time frame. I trade on the 30-minute time frame.
Don't you run away, just don't run away. When it come and go, it ain't gonna come. I hope you stay. Don't you run away, just don't run away. Next to you, only wake up if I'm next to you. Sexy too, make me wanna get sexual. My bestie too, and my bestie boo. Test me too, but I love when you test me too. Tough on the back, most not good or cool. Oh for sure, you my number one, then my number one. You
No,
the boy,
no, I
love
don't
you
like
when
that
I'm
trend.
with, miss you on the
Go
road.
to the 15. See what we got.
My pocket's fatter, my pocket's fatter. It don't really matter, don't really
Oh
matter. My pocket's fatter, my
man,
pocket's fatter. It don't really matter,
guys, we just
don't
missed out
really
on GU.
matter. Money come and go, it ain't gonna come. I hope you stay.
You gotta be
Don't you run
kidding me.
away, just don't run
Why
away.
is all this
Money
volume
come and
coming
go,
in
it
from
ain't
all
gonna
of a
come. I
sudden?
hope you stay. Don't you run away, just don't run away.
I hope this GU freaking pulls back. I hope it freaking pulls back. But there is even no way, like this candle give you no time at all to freaking get in. Because if you really look at it, GU already broke the highs. It already broke the highs. It already broke the highs. So this candle left no room to even get in. The thing just freaking flew. All right, I guess we're not going to be taking GU today. It does not look like it. It's not looking like it. So that's that. What's wrong with having indicators hidden? I don't know what you mean. You say I got two indicators hidden. I don't use them. This is a Q zone. This is just for sessions, trading sessions. And right here, this is Ichimoku. I was back testing it for a video to see if this actually works, but I don't use them. If I use them, it will be on here on my chart. I don't use indicators. Go back to, you must be new here. Go back to all the streams. You're never gonna see indicators. Since I started streaming this year, you're not gonna see an indicator on all my streams. GU is gonna fly. So I'm gonna put this zone back up here just to see if we potentially have an entry on GU, maybe during London Open. But I'm just gonna wait for London Open and we'll see what happens. No AJ for me today. Send Ekine, you can send your chat to me on Discord and I'll take a look at it. So looking at EJ, we're just ranging here. We're just in a range. So we either need to break above the range or break below the range. That's what we need. That's what we need. No, Isaac, I don't trade GBP AUD. I only trade JPY pairs. My top two is EJ and GJ. And the two GBP pairs I trade is GJ and GU. That's it. I don't trade any other GBP pairs. So today I have EJ, GJ, and I have GU. So my top three pairs right there.
And that made me a better man. Now it's backstage business and shake your hand.
Man, this is where I've been in. If this was London Open, I'll be in this trade right now. If we're in London Open right now, I'll take this out. Very nice. Very nice entry. But since it's not London Open yet, and we got about what, an hour for London to open. If I'm going to take any positions for pre-London, I need at least 2 hours before London Open. Now it's an hour, so I'm just gonna wait. Hi Prakash. Discord. The Discord link is in the description. And it's right there in the chat too.
Not your average artist, I am not the one to bargain with. I am not the one to, no, yeah. And I'm still here with who I started with. Not your average artist, I am not the one to bargain with. Competition, target practice, I don't see no targets hit. I fear God and that's all I fear. This is not a starter kit. This is not gas, this is Gucci to the cardigan. Down to the moccasins. This is not a brag, I can hardly care. Lately I've been bugging, buying clothes that I'ma hardly wear. Being broke is what I fear. I've been down. Yeah, I've been down. I've been down. But we are young. I've been down. Yeah, I've been down. I've been down. But we are young. Here now, so I'ma make it last. Look for the future, I can't live in the past. And I seen a picture, died in that crash. But thank God I ain't too cool for the safe belt. My two kids in the back can't imagine how they felt. And they cried and they wept and they wept, but they're strong. And we move on. 5 steps back, but bet that I put 10 on. I put 10 on.
I just did all that for nothing. Okay, we're gonna start all over again. So, if you're looking for a nice broker to get in with, because your broker sucks, your broker is charging you too much money, too much spread, too much commissions, then I suggest going with Anchor Trade. You can either use MT4 or MT5, but I recommend MT5 because very soon MT4 is going to be done with. We're all going to have to start using MT5. I already use MT5, so I'm good. And MT5 is just very, very clean. It's amazing. I love it. So the account types Anchor Trade has is you can use either ECN or ECN Plus or STP, but I actually recommend ECN or ECN Plus. If you have at least $1,000, go with ECN Plus. If you have less than $1,000, then go with ECN. Their spread starts from zero point 0.0 pips. Maximum leverage 1 to 500, which is the leverage that I use. Negative balance protections, very good low commissions. So if you're interested in Anchor Trade, you can use my link to sign up down below in the description. Alright, let's get back to today's trading and let's try and make some money. Make some paper, make some cheddar. You see, I knew this thing was gonna freaking fall. I knew it. This candle, the way this wick just rejected and flipped, rejected this freaking resistance, I knew it was gonna fall, man. I knew it was gonna fall. But no, we're gonna wait and see what it's gonna do. Yeah, EJ should fall. EJ should absolutely fall, guys. The euro has negative news, so EJ should fall. But we're gonna see what price is gonna do, and then we just follow what price does. That's all we're gonna do. So this is what I'm gonna do here, guys. If this candle closes below this support right here, even though it's gonna be 30 minutes before London open, I'm gonna risk it here and take a sell. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna minimize my risk. I'm gonna use very low lot size. I'm not gonna use my normal lot size, and I suggest you guys do the same just in case. If I have a good entry here, I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna be scared to pull the trigger. I'm gonna pull the trigger. If you're with me, then you pull it, pull the trigger with me. But make sure you minimize your lot size, because that's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm checking it 30 minutes before London open. But before I do that, I'm gonna see what all the other time frames is doing, like the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Before that, let me see what GJGU. Very nice, Mr. Grind Time. You're learning fast. But it was still a risky trade because you're taking it off the range. Because it was in a range and you never know if it was going to break below this support. But it's working out for you so far. Thank you for subscribing. I'm with you, Kavika. I'm with you, Kavika. The reason why I didn't take the sell, I mean, I explained it earlier. Like I was even saying it that, man, this flip right here. This is a very, very nice entry. If you didn't take it on the 30-minute, you got to at least take it on the H1 time frame. Very nice on the H1 time frame. But this support, look at this support right here to the left. So however you look at it, it's a very, so this is aggressive entry right here, because you're like, you know what, man, I don't care about the support zones, so I'm just gonna get in aggressively. If this support zone wasn't here to the left, I would be in these sales too. So, but if it does break below, even though it's 30 minutes before freaking London open, I'm still gonna get in. But I'll minimize my lot size. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep. Yeah, even though momentum was showing we coming to the downside, you never know if it's because this is a strong support zone right here to the left. But everyone has their own strategy. We got 4 more minutes here for this candle to 3 more minutes, so I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick, guys, and I'll be right back.
Sounds familiar. Yeah. Honestly, didn't even want to rap on this. Used to run through the money, now I'm too old. Man, I'm just playing. Shot when I land. Promoter paid for 6 flights, got the team right. I just told Mr. Band, came in for the bands. Beachside Villa for aesthetic, just because and I don't even like the sand. Stan Smith sneakers on the beach, that's the water. I just came in for the tan. This was always planned, you wouldn't understand. I could turn a Chevy to a Cullinan. I could turn a Rolls to an AP. I came from Sorry Sir to come again. I came from 2 screens to HD. Tell her why you mad for. Go on, tell her why you mad for. No new friends, I couldn't catch a win until I cut off the loose ends. Used to whip the Honda in the trunk at 210s. Just like that too. Out the speakers was max B. Couldn't say a thing about the way if you asked me. Never caught the chain, I was always trying to gain green. Ride around with my sexy love in the passenger seat. Tell her why you mad for. Go on, tell her why you mad for. Go ahead and just give me a reason not to change on you once I give me a million. I got checks in Hamburg, I might fly out this evening. I got checks in Moscow, I'll be back in a weekend. If it wasn't for COVID, I'd be in Europe touring. Counting cash on the couch is getting kinda boring. Must be talking about kids when you talk driving foreigns. Say I'm lying and I'm
All right.
or you can't. Tell her why you mad for. Don't tell her why you mad for. Silly. Soft spoken. I can hit the studio and spit till my jaw's broken. For records in the hour, I'm not bragging, it's all boasting. Turn the top 10 and ball for ball and it's all coasting. And it's easy for me. Just tell me going, I'm on go, it's no reason for me. Doing features for a feature that's reaching for me.
Many
My
pips is
niggas
this?
short,
About
been
16
sleeping on me.
pips.
See, they took my style, see, they been peeking on me. That's why I'm mad for.
I'm not in yet, guys. I'm not in yet. Actually, gonna move this down a little bit. Yeah. Let's go. Not in yet, so do not take it yet. Just look at the screen so you know I'm not in yet. If this kind of freaking really flips and starts coming down, this is gonna be a very main 1 hour candle. Thank you for subscribing, Rashid. Damn, Mr. Grind Time. All the way down to 134, 700. Damn, Mr. Grind Time ain't playing. We broke all the lows here. We broke the most recent low, and we also broke the previous lows. So we will see what happens. We'll see if we're gonna be able to take a sell or not, or if we're gonna have to wait till London open. All right. GJ is gonna start bleeding. We'll see. Welcome, Rashid. Why didn't I enter the sales yet? I need this. I need to see a bullish candle. Then after the bullish candle, I want it to flip. So I'm waiting for a bearish flip to give me a nice top wick. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for. We could flip bearish now, or we could just go up and then reject this support zone here. We're currently rejecting it right now, so we'll see if we're gonna get a flip. And if not, then we just gotta wait and see what happens during London Open. Yes, I use 30 minutes for both. Do I think it's gonna pull back? I can't tell you for sure. You can, so this is the thing, guys. You can only react to whatever the market is doing. That's all you can do. You react to whatever the market is doing. Like if the market doesn't start reacting, then obviously I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna stay patient and wait until it starts reacting, and then once it starts reacting, then I just follow suit. Your biggest problem is to be trying to predict instead of reacting. Now, so there's no, so when you start looking at the chart, there's nothing wrong in predicting. You can have a bullish bias or a bearish bias, but at the end of the day, you are not the one deciding what's going to happen. The market is the one deciding what's going to happen because the market doesn't care about nobody. So you just have to react to whatever the market is doing. That's all you can do. For example, when I started this stream, I said my bias is bullish, right? But now, am I looking for buys? No. Right now, I'm looking for sales because now I'm trying to react to what the market is trying to do here. You get what I'm saying? You're welcome, Mohammed. Did it take time for me to get better at reacting? How did you trade when you started? I was using indicators. So when I started, I was using indicators. I was using moving averages combined with Ichimoku cloud. That was what I was using. And I was actually profitable, but I wasn't profitable consistently because I was over trading and I was being greedy. That was why I wasn't profitable consistently. No, because I'm not in yet. The thing about using indicators is that you're always gonna be getting in late. But trading price action gives you earlier entries. In some cases, you could have early entry as well, depending on the time frame you're actually trading. But if you're not careful, if you're just basing your trading strategy just off of indicators only, you're not going to be profitable consistently. Now, if you combine your indicators, whatever indicator you're using, if you combine it with price action, yeah, you can definitely be profitable trading with indicators. You just have to combine it with price action. That's it. So we got 15 more minutes here. The 15 minutes candle could also open bullish. And I actually feel like GU should come back down to this support. And it might eventually break it as well. Actually, I'm gonna remove this. It should come back down if it's gonna sell. What advice would I give to someone who's been trading for a while and still see no success? What are the issues you having? That's what I need to know. What are the issues you having? Then I can give you my advice. Oh man, King's FX. You definitely love Cat JPY. Um, Send your chart to the Discord, King's FX. I know you know how to mark up your zone. So send it to me and I'll tell you what I think. Cat JPY is another pair that actually moves better during the Asian session and New York. FOMO and lack of trust in your analysis. Well, you already know what your issue is. You just need to make sure you're not taking FOMO entries and trust your analysis. That's it. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Work on not taking FOMO entries and Work on trusting your analysis. If it's your own analysis, then you got to trust your analysis. You have to trust it. Whatever the outcome it is, you have to trust your analysis. Exactly. Pull the trigger. Just pull that trigger. Win or lose. Pull that trigger. If you're always scared of pulling the trigger, maybe you should rethink and sit down somewhere and go like, do I really want to do trading as a career? Maybe I should look for something else. So you cannot be scared of you cannot be scared to pull the trigger. Don't be scared to pull the trigger. Exactly. Just like playing basketball. You gotta aim before you shoot. So once you see a setup that you is your own analysis and you see the setup, pull the trigger because you already aimed to take the shot to pull the trigger, and the thing is happening right in front of your eyes, but you're scared to pull the trigger. Like, just take it. Right now we're just waiting to shoot. We're waiting to take our shot right now. That's what we're waiting for. That's it. Yeah, just pull that trigger, man. Whew. I need some cookies in my life right now. I'm about to start eating my cookies. Everyone is welcome to join me eating my cookies. I can pass it to you through the screen. Exactly, John Rosa. With time. Because if you keep getting scared of pulling the trigger, you won't even know whether you took the right trade or the wrong trade. So that you can, if you took the right trade, then you just repeat the same thing. I tell people all the time, this Forex trading stuff is nothing but rinse and repeat. You rinse and you repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That means you sticking to one strategy and you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again because it's working for you, right? So just keep doing it. Rinse and repeat. That's it. Finish. C'est fini. Like the French people will say. I hope that's, yeah, I think that's c'est fini. Yeah. C'est fini. Finish. I don't care. I don't care if trader A is using order block, whatever they call it. I don't care if trader B is using smart money concept. I don't care. I don't care if trader C is using break and retest. I don't care. I'm sticking to my own strategy that works for me. That's it. I don't care about anyone else's strategy. Sticking to whatever is working for me. So this is what we're gonna do. So as long as this candle does not close above this support, we still got a chance for sales. Now only this time around, our entry might be somewhere, we're just gonna have a better entry. So instead of our entry being down here, our entry might be somewhere up here. So we're just gonna have a better entry if EJ decides to sell. So we'll see what happens. Good morning, order flow FX. Because even right now, we really do not even have where to put our stop loss right now. For example, let's say we took um, this previous sell here when this candle flipped bearish. Now, let's say we had the entry somewhere here. Now my stop loss would just be right above this wick. If I want to give it breathing room, let's say I give it just a little bit of breathing room, and I'll have 20 pips stop loss. And this thing went down what? How many pips? It went down 14 pips. You know, so we're just gonna see what happens here. But I don't think this candle is gonna flip because it closes in 6 minutes. So I'm not really expecting it to flip. Yes, I can. Yes, I kind of agree with you. So it might get up to. So this candle could close between 138,870 to 138,903. Just to retest, either retest this support zone here or fill up this candle right over here and then freaking start dropping. So we'll see what happens. I actually like what it's doing right now. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But I would love to see a weak rejection though. So I'll need this body to come down a little bit. I'll need the body to come down a little bit more. So let me move this to the side here. Alright, come down a little bit more. I need the body to come down a little bit more. Yeah, GU flip. GU should come down and get to this support at least. And if we break this support on GU, we're coming down to this support here. We're coming down to 1.19650. Except, London Open decides to do otherwise. But if it continues bearish, that's exactly what it should do. Yeah, that's what I think too, Isaac. It should get back to this support zone at least if it does not want to break below this support. But if it does, then it should head down to 19,650. Alright, I'm liking this candle. Come down, keep coming down. I need this candle to keep coming down. So that's going to really signify a rejection at this support zone. All right, there you go. Stay right there. Do not move. Do not move anymore. Close right there. Okay, you want to come down more? Keep coming down then. Keep coming. Oh, no. Come on, EJ. All right, come down. Come down. Keep coming down. Keep coming down. There you go. Stay right there. I mean, you can still go up a little bit more if you want, but don't go too far though. Why did I say I like what it's doing? Because right now it's rejecting the support. It's completely rejecting it. That's why I say I like it. You can see how the wick is kind of getting bigger than the body. So it's rejecting this support here to the left. So if it closes like that, EJ should continue falling. If it closes like this. Yes, I'm talking to the candle. That's exactly what I'm doing. It has to listen to me. You see? It's listening to me. You see, Ralph? The candle is listening to me. Nice. Now I need you to flip. I need you to freaking flip. I'm still looking for sales. I don't care what you're doing. Until you break above. If you do not break above, I'm still looking for sales. All right. I'm not in, guys. We're still waiting. I'm not in yet. We still waiting. Put this here where you guys can see it. If this candle flips, I'm jumping in. If it flips, I'm jumping in EJ cells. Yes, it's gonna be a market execution trade. Yep, market execution. No buy stop, no sell stop, just market execution. Once I'm about to take it, I will let you guys know and you can pull the trigger. This candle has no bottom wick, so I'm just waiting to see if it's gonna flip. If it doesn't flip, and then if we do close above this resistance here, then obviously I'm gonna change my bias to buys. But for now, waiting to see if this candle is gonna flip. It flips, I'm taking my sales. You saw London want to get into.
Made a wish, now I'm here now. It's for real now. I got everything I wanted and it's jumping like for real now. Out the mud, just another state boy now. I'm living like for real now. Ain't nothing, just a hustle, whistle, what's the sense? For the days, I just blame it on the hustle. Got these tattoos on my skin.
So if we flip, if this candle flips bearish, so my stop loss is gonna be above the wick. That's where my stop loss is gonna be. That's where my stop loss is gonna be. So I'm actually gonna move this over here so you guys won't think I'm in. Once you start flipping, then I'll move this back over here.
I don't wanna, no, I don't wanna keep playing with you, keep playing with you. I just wanna, yeah, I just wanna stay with you.
All right.
You're the apple in my eye. Every time I make you leave, make me cry. Meant to be this way, it always feels on time. You'll forever be my beauty, you're mine. Yeah, you're mine, you're my bride, Can't believe I slipped up all of those times, that I lied. Said I played you, now I got you asking why. Can't believe I caused you more, right? Left my clothes out on the doorstep. Losing you, I can't afford that. I don't wanna cause you more stress. I don't know why I played those games. I don't wanna, no, I don't wanna keep playing with you, I just wanna, yeah, I just wanna stay with you, play no games with you. You're the apple in my eye. Every time I make you leave, make me cry. Meant to be this way, it always feels on time. You'll forever be my beauty, you're mine. What to do? Where to go? Do you stay or do you go? If you leave, can I roll? Cause girl, I know that I got you stressing. If you wanna end this, blowing your phone up. All of these years and how we built this some friendship. I don't wanna, no, I don't wanna keep playing with you.
All right, we're starting to flip here. We'll see if we're gonna completely flip bearish. Uh-oh. Why are you trying to go without me? You ain't going nowhere without me. Just waiting to see if we're gonna flip.
Right into the top, started from the floor. How we got up here, you don't need to know. Sniffing on an M, I need one of those. Sniffing on an M like I got a cold. Need to know, nah, you don't need to know. Need to know, nah, you don't need to know. How we got up here, you don't need to know. Hit me, but I keep you on a need to know. Came up from the bottom, started from the floor. Broken 10 to 10 and a 10 to 4. I get the bags under my mommy flow. Always knew the plan, I know dummy no. Always been myself, never had to fake. Had to cut off friends, had to lose a weight. Took a couple L's, charged it to the game. Since I switched my lane, never been the same. Riding to the top, started from the floor. How we got up here, you don't need to know. Sniffing on the M, I be one of those. Sniffing on the M like I got a cold. Need to know, nah, you don't need to know. Need to know, nah, you don't need to know. How we got up here, you don't need to know. Hit me, but I keep you on a need to know. 95 down on 95. Upside down to Charlotte just to see the guys. But I flex and I never lie. Pick the comments, but I let them slide. Dealt with the pain, whole lot of. I beat the game, no, I'm hollow. I gotta make it for you, I'ma. Your recipes, big shopper. Got into the top, started from the floor. How we got up here, you don't need to know. Sniffing on the hem, I need one of them. Sniffing on the hem, like I got a cold. Riding to the top, started from the floor. How we got up here, you don't need to know. Sniffing on the hem, I need one of those. Sniffing on the hem, like I got a cold. Need to know, nah, you don't need to know. Need to know, nah, you don't need to know. How we got up here, you don't need to know. Hit me, but I keep you on a need to know.
If it doesn't flip, and if the 30-minute candle does not flip bearish before you close, then we still got the 1 minute to look at. Well, I mean the 1 hour time frame to look at. I just want to move it down a little bit because I don't want to.
She poppin' and droppin', she rockin' topless, no stopping. Got me deep in my pockets, I'm about to give her my wallet, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, wow. She poppin' and droppin', she rockin' topless, no stopping. Got me deep in my pockets, I'm about to give her my wallet, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, wow. Test me, why you wanna test me? You so sexy, come on in. Messy, wet up like a jet ski. Work it out and ride it like a 10 speed. My little baby, baby takes the pain away. My little baby, baby takes the stress away. Never leave the bed when it's a rainy day. Hit her with that move, I bet I make her say. She poppin' and droppin', she rockin' topless, no stopping. Got me deep in my pockets, I'm about to give her my wallet, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, wow. She poppin' and droppin', she rockin' topless, no stopping. Got me deep in my pockets, I'm about to give her my wallet, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, wow.
We're rejecting off of a minor support right now.
I pull up, put it down. I see you
I'm
walking
about to show you.
through the crowd.
You just have to understand how to read candle, guys. Candlesticks. Look,
She poppin' and droppin',
right
she
here.
rockin' topless,
Bam.
no stopping. Got me deep in my
You can
pockets, I'm
see it
about to
better on
give
the
her my
15.
wallet, and I'm
Right
like,
now, we're rejecting off of this minor
yeah, I'm like,
support, just
wow.
looking at it on the 15-minute time frame.
She
I
poppin'
could
and
already
droppin',
see
she
it on the
rockin' topless,
while I
no
was on the
stopping.
30
Got me
minutes.
deep in my
I just had to
pockets, I'm
come
about to give
down
her
here
my
to the
wallet, and
15 so
I'm
you
like,
guys can see it better. So now,
yeah, I'm like,
if we
wow.
do flip here, either on the 30-minute time frame or the 1 hour time frame, I'm taking the sell because we should drop. All right. So we shall see what happens. No, I'm not in. It's right there on the screen. That's why I put it right here. So right here. So you guys won't keep asking me. I'm gonna try and swing EJ. But I feel like if EJ drops, it should come back down to this support, to this low right here. Because this is our New York session low over here. So if we're coming down, we should head back to this low over here, to this support. You worried about the previous 4 hour candle wick rejection? Like I said, we're currently rejecting off a minor support. That's what we're looking at right now. We're rejecting off of a minor support. Now, it might not, so me saying EJ should head down here if it drops, it might not get down here during London, but it might, get down here during New York. Because if you, it's only right because this is a low here. We have a low and we have a high up here. So this is our low, or the most recent low to the left. We have our most recent low to the left and our most recent high over here. Now, as far as your entry goes, if you look to the left, we just broke below this support. So since we broke below this support here, it's only right for EJ to come back down to this New York session low right over here. And if it breaks that, you're just gonna have to look to the left and look for your next zone for your potential TP. That's how you do it. Like I say this all the time that this forex stuff, all we're doing is trading from zones to zones. I don't care what strategy you're using, what kind of trader you are trading from zones to zones. That's what you're doing. That's why price action is very key. Price action is king when it comes to trading because you have to understand how to trade from zones to zones, and without you understanding price action, you cannot do that. So if EJ decides to break this minor low that we found here looking at the 15 minute, then we probably gonna break these highs and then we're gonna push up. and that's gonna mean I was right with my buy bias when when we started this stream. I was like, I'm bullish. I'm bullish on EJ. I'm bullish on GJ. That was exactly what I said. So we shall see. Maybe I'll be right after all. So we'll see what happens. Because the way this thing is pushing, it's not looking like it wants to freaking drop. It's not looking like it wants to drop. Especially if this 4 hour flips bullish, it's over with. Sales is over with. No more sales. If this 4 hour should flip bullish, there's no more sales. Yeah, Jay Woods. Yeah, the way this thing is pushing, it's not looking like it wants to drop. Because now we actually have a trend line here. If I go down to the 15 minutes here, now we have a trend line. So previously we had this is what I like to call inner trend line here. We broke it. We broke this inner trend line. Give me a minute here. So we broke this inner trend line, and now we have an outer trend line. So I do not think we're gonna get sales anymore here. I do not think we're gonna get sales anymore here, but we shall see. My job is to react to whatever this market wants to do. I can freaking say, oh, it's gonna sell, oh, it's gonna buy. I can say that all day. But this market is gonna do whatever it wants to do. And my job is to react to it. No more, no less. Yeah, I don't think this thing is gonna come down. Nah. Yeah, so this was a fake out for anyone who took sales after this candle closed. How some of you think it's still gonna come down? We'll see. If it closes above, then yeah, I'm gonna take buys. Until that happens, I'm not looking for buys. So those of you that are still looking for sales, I mean, I'm still looking for sales too right now, but are you telling me that if this 4 hour should flip bullish, you're still gonna be looking for sales? If this 4 hour flips bullish, sales is over with. So, but right now, there's still potential for sales right now, as long as we do not close above this resistance. So when this candle closes, I'm gonna go up to the 1 hour time frame. Maybe we might get a bearish flip here on this 1 hour candle. But man, the stop loss though. Okay, stop loss is not that bad. It's not gonna be that bad, so we'll see. Yeah, London session is on. I said fall, damn it. Come on, guys, do me a favor and smash that like button, guys. retraction out spot. Alright, so now I'm just gonna watch this thing on the 1 hour. If we flip on the 1 hour, if we flip bearish on the 1 hour, I'm taking a sell. So let's see what this long-term trend is looking like. Uh, I know we might fall. We'll see. If we break above this resistance, we're definitely going up. We definitely gonna push up. So what I'm waiting for here on the 1 hour is to see if this candle is gonna flip. It flips, bam, taking a sell. Even though I'm looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, guys, my entry is still gonna be on the 30 minute. Ah, excuse me, guys. All right. Well, let's see if we're gonna flip.
In a Zoom meeting, making money is my backdrop. Ballpoint Coinbase hit harder than a slap shot. Flew up my baby, told her rub me like I'm Epcot. Whoa, whoa, I've been doing road on the go, go. Get it back and flip it, that's for sure. Yeah, for sure, sure. That was never talk about no. Turn it down and go get you some money. Turn a 10 piece to a 20 quick. I got money busting out the money clip. Make a call and hit another lick. Someone get the money counter, I can keep on coming in. Turn a 10 piece to a 20 quick. I got money busting out the money clip. Make a call and hit another lick. Someone get the money counter, I can keep on coming in. I was on the money, my brothers got my back. Streets moving funny, so I been holding strap. Not playing defense, we been on the attack. Plotting and scheming how we gon' get it back. Designer all on you, but you can't buy the swag. No mirrors, those foo-foo, see the tag. You can bet if I spending this cause I get it back. I'm 5G, the dollar, I can see the lag. All I ever wanted was to have it all. Got close, never froze, had to risk it all. As a little boy, I wish I was a little tall. Never made the league, I found other ways to let me ball. Turn a 10 piece to a 20 quick. I got money busting out the money clip. Make a call and hit another lick. Someone get the money counter, I can keep on coming in. Turn a 10 piece to a 20 quick. I got money busting out the money clip. Make a call and hit another lick. Someone get the money counter, I can keep on coming in.
If you take sales right now, you're taking a very, very risky sales because right now you pulled back into the range, so you gotta wait. Because the fact that it pulled back into this range, it could do anything. But like I said, if we close above this resistance, then my bias is definitely going to change to from sells to buys. But currently, I'm waiting to see if this 1 hour candle is going to flip bearish. If it does, I'm going to take the sells. It's at 15 minutes, is quite bullish, probably gonna range for a little bit before falling. You believe in the sales, Mr. Grindtime? As long as we don't break above the most recent high, then we might still come down. I feel like in the next 30 minutes to an hour, we should really start to see some, nice volume coming. Hopefully, it's going to be to the downside.
Pain inside, don't wanna feel it. So I pour up inside my cup and I just sip till I can't feel it. I know it won't solve my problem, but I know it makes a difference. One more sip and I'ma fix it. Out my body when I'm tempted. I told her one more and she heard me say you quit or she dipping. Yeah, yeah. I don't want pain no more. I don't want no more pain. I can go see no way. Look at that with no pain. See the rain coming down, but it is not purple today. Came a long way from stacking and rolling that change. And all I ever wanted was some real love. Then I iced it on my heart, I watched it build up. My bro, he stay with Tuesday about to build up. And I feel pain inside, don't wanna feel it. So I pour up inside my cup and I just sip till I can't feel it. I know it won't solve my problem, but I know it makes a difference. One more sip and I'ma fix it. Out my body when I'm tempted. I told her one more and she heard me say you quit or she dipping. Yeah, let me do my thing. Got them greens and pinks and blues, I'll give my kids a change. Don't call me a sip for none unless you do the same. I wanna catch as fast as that and I don't do no range. Yeah. All I ever wanted was some millions. All I ever wanted was some children. Then I got four of them kids and now we chillin'. Nothing's real inside, don't wanna feel it.
We just gotta be patient here.
So I pour up inside my cup and I just sip till I can't feel it. I know it won't solve my problem, but I know it makes a difference. One more sip and I'ma fix it. Out my body when I'm tempted. I told her one more and she heard me say you quit or she dipping.
Remember the that minor support that I put on here that I told you guys on the 15 minute? We're still rejecting off of it. We didn't really close above it yet, especially on the 1 hour. So if we keep rejecting that minor support on the lower time frame, even if this 1 hour candle does not flip bearish, so we still have potential, to come down here on EJ. But I would really, really love for this 1 hour candle to flip bearish though. Yeah, in the next 30 to an hour, we should see some volume, or maybe by the time before our candle closes, just like Kavika Low just said, because that was what happened yesterday. As soon as the 4-hour candle closed yesterday, the volume just came from nowhere.
We get to it, got it stocked up, popped up, got a hand all rocked up. Like 1 carat, 2 carat, more carats. She look carrots like a bunny, got a hops up. Don't care for designer, got her own drip.
That was actually
Don't care for the phones, got her
when
own
I
whip.
called the
Don't care
GJ
for the scene, take
sales
her own trip.
yesterday.
Guarantee it's for a bag and she walking. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bag when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bag when she walk. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
I'll be back, guys. Just need to get me a bottle of water real quick. Need some water.
Sweet Jesus, I just up the price for the features. I can see the fakes and the leeches. I been getting to it since a fetus. Pull up at the spot, tire squeal. Got it in my passenger, I told her grab the wheel. Friends hating, told her get out, Jordan Peele. But she rocks with me cause she real, for real. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bag when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bag when she walk. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.